Welcome to the Call Your Cousins podcast, a podcast dedicated to exploring deep and complex topics that shape our world and human experiences. Before we dive into today's episode, we want to acknowledge the sensitive nature of some of the content we discuss. Please be advised that this podcast may include themes and discussions that could be triggering or uncomfortable for some listeners, including but not limited to discussions on mental health, violence, abuse, and other potentially distressing topics. Listener discretion is advised. Remember, this podcast is for informational and educational, but most importantly, entertainment purposes only, and should not be taken as professional advice. The views expressed by hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Call Your Cousins podcast. Enjoy the show. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Whatever time you're joining us, the cousins thank you for doing so. Welcome back to the Call Your Cousins podcast, a now tangible group chat of cousins that wanted to share our thoughts, humor, and growth with the world. And everyone's invited. Most of y'all.
Ready. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, fam. We're back with another episode. I'm so happy to have my girls with me. Where my girls at? From the front to back. What you feeling that? I want to take my man. Yeah.
You play yourself.
Good morning, twin.
Good
Got
morning.
twin with me on the mics, and we got research team.
What's up?
And I am P Money, and we are Call Your Cousins podcast. How y'all feeling?
I'm
tired.
I too am tired. I almost canceled on y'all ass because I'm fresh off the boat. Literally landed at 8:00 last night. But I'm good. I went to Cabo. It was amazing.
You look like you had a good time.
I did. And I feel like of all the things that happened to me, only I would have had as wonderful a time as I did, because I was definitely detained, as y'all know, bringing my ganja, which I always travel with. Y'all know I travel with my medicinal herbs. And your girl was extorted by the federales, y'all. Kidnapped, rode around Cabo for 5 hours in the back of a police car. Now, I don't even know if it was a police car, y'all. I ain't have no, they ain't never arrest me. Okay. No cuffs. They were asking me, am I hungry in the car? Huh? I mean, I am. But what the fuck is going on here? So long story long, I ended up at this dirty house. Somebody was asleep on the couch. This is supposed to be the prosecutor's office, y'all. It's some random house. People sleep in there. Some man on the phone laughing. I said, okay, I ain't gonna make it back to the States. They end up trying to get your girl for $1,100. And I kindly called Chase as soon as I got to the resort and said I was kidnapped and extorted. I was held against my will. Please send me my funds back ASAP. And guess who had their funds back as soon as I got on the plane, bitch? It's up. And they gave me my weed back.
Okay. For us stateside, you had us in a chokehold for a good couple hours. We were worried.
I know, and I felt bad because I was like, I should have never told nobody, because I'm not concerned, and I know I'd have made everybody else concerned. But I just make sure somebody know in case I die. You know what I'm saying? I don't call the consulate. Y'all, I done went off on customs. They should have arrested me. Something is wrong with me, y'all. I done went off on customs. I'm the one in the wrong, smug drug trafficking. And I'm like, y'all either gonna arrest me or not. But what I'm not gonna do is sit in this motherfucking airport for 5 hours.
Okay. I hope we learned a valuable lesson. I hope. But
Yes. Next time, hide the ganja better. Like you see, I done got real slick with it. I done got real arrogant. And I put it at the top of the bag instead of where I usually put it. So moral of the story is hide your weed and paraphernalia better, guys. So the federales don't come for you. That's what I learned. I mean,
all I kept thinking about was that Kevin Hart skit that he had about when he was and I heard they had been cracking down on customs going into Mexico. So I thought that's all I kept thinking about was, dang, you got the red light, you didn't get the green light.
it's not even because I had my medicinal services with me in May in Mexico. And my two friends in front of me, they didn't even get stopped. Also, the real thing I was mad about, the fucking federale took every single thing out of my bag and just left it there talking about close the bag. Nigga, put my shit back the way it is. The fuck?
Okay. Research team, how you doing, girl?
I'm hanging in there. I'm tired though. I'm tired. Physically, mentally tired. But I am I'm ready for homecoming, so
Uh-oh.
Y'all hear y'all nephew in the background. That's a good segue into my announcement.
Okay.
oh boy.
I have officially taken my Blackzit from corporate America. Pew, 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 pew. It's up. Your girl was fired October 1st, and it's been up ever since. Okay. I just feel like I started a whole new life. My real life has officially begun. I've been outside ever since. It's up. Remember I said I was gonna be homeless or rich by 40, but I won't be in corporate America. Bitch, it's up. 6. I am no longer a slave to the white man.
Congrats.
So I'm tired from living my life like it's golden. That's my mental health check-in. I ain't had no anxiety medicine in 3 weeks.
Wow. P, how are you?
I would say I'm okay. That's all I really got. I don't have much. Yeah, I don't have much. I just we have the election coming up. It was hurricanes chasing us down here in Florida for all of October. It's just been a time here, and I think that for me, a lot of the craziness feels like people around you try to normalize it all, and I'm starting to realize it's not normal. And so I'm happy to report that I am actively back in therapy, which is nice.
Congrats.
My therapist is a sister, which I enjoy getting a really good therapist. And so, yeah, I've been seeing her, and it's always nice to just talk these things out because I think that, that's just one of those things where with mental health, and you're isolated a little bit and you're trying to navigate in the world, it just becomes a lot. And so, yeah, but I'd say I'm okay. It's a beautiful day in sunny South Florida, actually.
Look, y'all, it's definitely giving winter up here.
I miss winter. I miss
No.
winter.
You can have it. You can have it. It's 40 out the gate.
I told you, I think I said this on the pod so many
You did,
times.
and I don't understand.
I
You from the
love
same
cold
place. I
weather.
don't get it.
Well, we could switch places. The cold don't do nothing. The only thing that I like about when it gets chilly is homecoming and Halloween. That's it.
Yeah.
And Christmas. I do enjoy Christmas.
Listen.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Christmas. I like Thanksgiving. I don't like the weather associated with those holidays, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I really like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
You know, I feel like the past few years, I ain't really been fucking with Thanksgiving for real. Like I
talk about that. Yeah.
Time, love Christmas, love New Year's. I don't really fuck with Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm
I
about the
feel like
same.
what are we celebrating? You know, the Native Americans were slaughtered. It's just a time for people to show their ass. It's gonna be one or two people in the kitchen while the niggas watching football ain't doing shit. And now I'm too tired after cooking for 12 hours to even enjoy the holiday. Like, take me to a steakhouse, please, with some scotch. Because all that other shit, then you got to see family you don't even care about. Like, motherfuckers be trying to show up that you ain't seen all year. Bye.
Well, I think we've been on that same kind of wavelength for a while now. And I think the last time I hosted Thanksgiving was in Cali. And yeah, after that, I was like, I'm never doing this again. Like, and I think, honestly, I think what people want is just plans. Like, if you really like scale back, it's like people just want plans over that time because the world dictates they should have plans. That's really what it is. Because, like, even if we go to the steakhouse, it's going to be Thanksgiving themed, right? And so I think that's what it really boils down to. But I just would be curious to see how this Thanksgiving is going to be after the election, because, I mean, the politicking is politicking right now, to be honest. And I'm really cannot wait until the election's over with. Because one, I'm tired of the text messages. I'm tired of the ads.
Bro, them text messages?
They getting real aggressive. They text me yesterday talking about
what?
Somebody at address has not voted. Damn, man, early voting just started.
And so I feel like we haven't had that. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, listeners, but I haven't seen the Rosie Pumpkin, the PSL. I haven't seen the fun Publix commercial, with the salt and pepper shakers.
Oh yeah.
I ain't seen none of that. All I keep seeing is horror, destruction, and the end of the world. And correct me if I'm wrong, because we be on Twitter, and Twitter's owned by Elon. And it's like everyone was so excited about his robot reveal. And I'm like, that's not exciting. Like, that's not
reveal.
He had a whole line of like the robots and the cab, the automated cab, and like all these big vehicles. It was kind of like a showcase of what he got going on.
Trust Elon technology for real.
I literally
got a Tesla.
I literally just saw the Tesla drive into oncoming traffic, and a person was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it did that!" And I was like, "See, this is
I don't trust his technology. He's not really a technologist for real. He's like a poor man's technologist, like for the average person who don't really know that much about
Tech.
technology. You know what I'm saying? I've never really been like, yeah, he is. It's not. I don't want to try his shit.
No, I think a lot of people don't know that, you know? And so because he owns Twitter, I feel like this political, every other tweet is like he's actively engaged in a political side, which just is like, like I said, horror, end of world destruction. And, you know, I really started thinking about that with the election. We said a couple episodes back, like they were going to get real goofy with it, you know, regardless. But I just have to think, like, is the end of the world really going to be if VP Harris gets elected? Will the end of the world really happen if Trump gets elected?
I think the end of the world is underway. Somebody that I was talking to this past weekend randomly said that. I was like, now I be trying not to go too far and down the rabbit hole with folks, but it's giving end of the world. I think it's gonna be a foolish no matter who in office. Now, obviously it's gonna be more foolish with that clown, but
Correct.
I feel like the state of politics and the state of economics is just so in the fucking gutter that I'm not really seeing an upside with anyone being in office for real. Now I'm a vote, but I have been steering clear of politics, any of the foolishness going on. I don't even care. I'm gonna go cast my ballot and I'm gonna just move on.
I'm telling y'all, you know, it's after, especially after you know, being faced with death with Hurricane Milton. I think, you know, honestly, I would truly say as a collective, I think that the Lord heard our prayers and he was like, they don't really want to die. I really think that's how that went down, right? Like they had never, ever seen a storm of that kind of magnitude ever, ever. Like it was outpacing, outtracking the models, you know, and even down to landfall, right? Like it ended up shifting south of Tampa, which, you know, for the most part, you know, did Tampa, you know, a goodness by not having a direct hit, obviously impacted other areas of the Florida coast, but Gulf Coast. But, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like when you see something that dangerous heading your way, this is, and this was the first time I've seen everyone take it seriously. And so I like to parallel that with the election where no one understands how dangerous this was back when they initially elected Trump, right? And also though how just democracy in America is truly in danger because of the two-party system. Like in some regard, y'all let this happen. And I say that because that's what, if anybody is watching Obama right now, he's given that. He's given it, what he's given in his speeches is pure smoke. I ain't never heard Obama talk like this before. And it's like almost like, well, if we don't vote for her, this is what's going to happen, right? And that's how you know it's really bad. Because for the most part, Obama as a president really was one that just stabilized the democracy at that point, right? You had everyone at that point wanted to throw Bush off a cliff, right? People were so sick of him at that point, where you had Obama, who was like a stabilizing force. And it's almost like he's given that a little bit. And I kind of am just like, we really are headed towards doom.
Yeah. Doom and gloom.
Because the last time he was out there was for Hillary, and it was the same thing. He's on the campaign trail, trying to do his very best. And it's almost like I saw him in the rally, or just clips. I haven't been watching closely, but I saw some clips from Arizona where McCain was. And I'm like, y'all forgot that McCain was one of the most celebrated and decorated politicians ever. And he told them that Donald Trump could not come to his funeral. Don't invite
Wait,
that.
what?
Yeah, he definitely said that. And
I missed all of that.
he
Jeez.
said that a while ago. Because I ain't really like McCain like that. But I started fucking with him after
When he said that. But you get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about danger, like Will Robinson, danger, 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 right? Like danger is approaching, Daenerys is approaching, doom is happening. And
be honest, and this is how I feel about American politics. It's really been going down the drain for a long time. And I feel like we are just getting our reckoning now. Because the country is really pretty divided between white supremacists and everybody else. And I feel like the white supremacists are more prevalent and have hidden agendas more than they used to overtly. But I think because the country has been progressing so much, they've been coming out like, oh no, this is too far. This is too far. We need to take it back to the 80s when black people was on crack and Reagan was in office, trashing everything. That's when everything was great. Let's just go on back there. And it's like, because we've had a clown in office before, Reagan, but I feel like a lot of us just weren't alive back then, and we haven't really done our research, which is why they want to take, certain curriculum out of the schools. But if you study I took AP US history, the shit been ghetto from the beginning, and they don't want us to know that because our system really needs a overhaul for real. It don't matter if Obama, Kamala, whoever running, the system is garbage, and everybody's lying to everybody.
that's the gag, right? Like that's the actual when you're having these conversations with people and you're thinking, like you said, back to the civil rights era, for example, one of the probably most pinnacle points in American history where people said, the system is really, this ain't work, this ain't it, right? This ain't it. And so what I try to explain to those who are white and don't really see the racism within their moves, their actions, and the way they think, it's like, those things were done at great sacrifice, right? Like the civil rights movement didn't happen where Black people were uprising and the whites was cool with it. They weren't cool with it. Like in perspective now, like you wouldn't imagine that you go into a Chick-fil-A, a Christian establishment, and it would be white only. You couldn't imagine it. Like in today's society, you would not imagine it, but that was not that long ago. There are people living right now, breathing, who are voting, who remember that. Okay. They lived through that. They sacrificed for that. And so I think that it's also one of those things where, like, okay, if you want to think about the audacity of hope in terms of one of Obama's coined phrase, it's like, okay, if that's true, then it must be sorrowful for a person who went through that era, and then here you still dealing with it today.
Yeah.
And like, do we just want to push the needle at millimeters, centipedes? Or do we just want to take the whole system down completely?
I'm ready for the revolution. Whenever the revolution starts, that's when I'm gonna tap back into politics. Because otherwise, it's just the same shit year after year. It don't matter who in office.
And it's just one of those things where, like, again, to capsize it or put a cornerstone to it or crosswords with Hurricane Milton, Helene, right? And just these massive natural disasters and extreme heat related events. It's just, you have to start thinking like, okay, if those things happen, and then you have, like, right now, because of misinformation, they had to withdraw at some point in North Carolina, the FEMA workers, because they had given so much misinformation about FEMA to the public that they started having militias, the white militias, because they know Black people were the disaster. I mean, there are Black people, but it's mostly white population in those areas that were devastated by Helene. But they actually started forming militias to attack the FEMA workers, where they had to withdraw the FEMA workers.
Wait, what?
The FEMA workers don't have nothing to do, exactly. They don't have nothing. The actual FEMA workers, the people that show up to their 9 to 5, don't have nothing to do with what's happening in Washington. Nothing.
Just dumb.
And people don't understand how FEMA works. The federal government does not, like, we have this misunderstanding and romanticized thoughts that the government is going to save us. It will not. COVID should have taught everybody that the government is not going to save us. Period. It can't save us from a natural disaster. It can't save us from a terrorist attack. Like, does it fight terrorism? Absolutely. Could it save us from it? No, it can't save us from terrorists walking into schools or walking into buildings with guns. It can't save us from police brutality. It cannot save us. And so, yeah.
It can't save us, or it won't save us.
It can't, because it goes back to your point where you said, like, the system itself needs an overhaul and it needs a reset. It needs to be fixed. And the only point in American history where that could have actually happened was after the Civil War, during the Reconstruction era, and it didn't occur then. As soon as Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, it was very easy for politicians on both sides, the North and the South, to just de facto back to, regular old racist things. It was easy. The hard thing is to reimagine, recalibrate, rethink, remodel, retool. And that's what, and that's the biggest thing that AI will do as a whole. It will watershed everything, right? It will level the playing field. And, then we're going to really see, because the two-party system has been failing the American people for so long that, but it's still important that you guys go out and vote. Please make sure that you go out and vote. I got my sample ballot in the mail. I got my sample ballot in my email. Please, guys, you have to go and vote. It's not just between VP Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. You have Senate races going on. You have, in some areas, sheriff races. You have laws that are on the ballot. Please make sure that you are informed. Make a plan to vote. Don't just show up and take your pencil in there or your little pen. You need to actually know what you're voting for before you go in there.
Be an informed voter. Don't just be casting a ballot.
Y'all stop being distracted by whether Kamala Jamaican, Black, Indian, whatever the fuck. We don't care. Just stop. You arguing about the wrong thing, and that is exactly what the right wants us to focus on. Stop arguing on Twitter about that lady's heritage. That ain't got nothing to do with the country going to shit.
No, and I would say that, whatever you decide to vote for, the one thing that I have seen in the last couple of weeks as we get closer, now people are actually starting to vote, is her willingness to take the gloves off a little bit. And I think that's important because one thing, if VP Harris is elected as president of the United States, the one thing that we know as all of us on here as Black women in any type of leadership role is it's going to be a job of jobs. And it's going to be like with Keisha. Remember when Keisha got so tired of y'all in Atlanta, she said, I'm done.
Keisha. Keisha. I loved her so much. She said, you know what?
Keisha.
You know what's not gonna happen?
Keisha Lance Bottom said,
and she ain't resurfaced since.
Yeah, she been.
That would be me.
She said,
I'm done. I'm out.
But you know what?
You got to worry about me no more.
And I'm not sure that overhaul of the system is even feasible because let's just be honest and keep it real. The average person is stupid. And those of us who are intelligent and intellectuals and want to bring about change, like Keisha, we got to be Stacey. Stacey, I love her because she is so tenacious and perseverant. Like she don't let these people upset her. But let's keep it G. Working with stupid people will have you being like, you know what? I'm gonna just go live on the beach and let the rest of you motherfuckers figure it out because I just can't. It's not enough brain cells in the room, and I can't be the only one here with something intelligent to say. I just can't do it.
Well, because one thing that I forget the former first lady that just passed away. They were all at the funeral with it was Bill, Barack and Joe. And you could tell Barack was on Joe neck talking cash because if you notice, Joe ain't been at one rally with Kamala. Not one. Not one. And like you just said, he is giving, I'm gonna let y'all deal with it. That's what it's giving.
He don't need to be there. His old ass.
I was about to say, I don't know if
he need to be at home.
Yeah.
But and I think he's trying to give her the spotlight so people don't necessarily associate him anymore.
But you got to remember though, for the people who were going to vote for him, it almost looks like he distanced himself and not in a positive way. Right. So I made that comment based on what you were just saying, where you're like, people aren't that smart, right? Or people lack that kind of, intelligence. Just one of the things that I noticed that it looked like Obama was giving him a handful, some words about how he hasn't, been at least visual, if anything, at these rallies for her and showing support and solidarity, because solidarity is important. The biggest thing that you just mentioned, Twin, is that if everybody is not in agreement with the overhaul, it's not feasible, right? Like in hindsight, that's the thing that people don't get is if everybody's not in, arguably probably one of the reasons why JFK was assassinated, right? Like he was 100% committed to the overhaul of doing things different, the space age, the space race, actually attacking civil rights. And the last time you had radical thinking like that was, Abraham Lincoln kind of, tiptoed along it, but that's because you had a civil war. And so I just say all that to say, like, again, everybody, please make sure you go and vote. I'm super excited. I love voting. It's one of the few things that I enjoy doing in America, other than going to a gun range and shoot my gun. And I'm going to go next week, early voting started. I think early voting has already started in the GA.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow.
It started. I think it starts here in Florida this week, so I'm super super excited. It starts early voting. I believe starts tomorrow here. Whenever you guys are listening at this point to the pod, I'm sure some of y'all would have already voted, but please go out and vote. You gotta vote. And voting is important, and don't not vote. You have to cast the vote. If not for yourself, do it for your ancestors.
Yeah.
Because man, that'd be the other thing when we know it's going bad, when when our legends start the transition into the ancestral plane. When I seen Cissy Houston pass, I said,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. End of an era.
Into Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is trash. I love the Whitney so much. Still my all-time favorite artist. And it is strange, like I feel like this kind of the stuff that people don't really prepare you for. Like people from your childhood, like dying.
Passing away. Mm-hmm.
Like,
you mean like legends?
Yeah, and it's like, oh, death is real.
Yeah. James Earl Jones,
Oh,
John Amos,
both
Matt.
of those kind of hit me hard.
You know what? You know who really hit me hard because I'm just ridiculous. Is that old white lady from Professor McGonagall?
Professor McGonagall. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was fucked up over there.
Hey man, I took my wand out and I went outside and I held it up to the sky.
Pull one out. I had to hug Ray. You know, she was a
cat lover. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She was in a movie with what's his name? He passed 10 years ago. Dang, his name is like on the tip of my tongue. I feel so bad. White guy, comedian. Thank you. Okay, Robin Williams. They were in like some movie, and her like big line that they brought back up on the internet was like, "I'll see you in 10 years. I haven't seen you in 10 years," and like I think 10 years to the date is when she passed, and somebody was like, now they get to see each other again. I said, oh my God, that ain't the saddest.
I don't know.
I don't want to say sad though, because my views of death have shifted dramatically over the last 8 years. And I feel like coming to terms with it helps you to get your life on track and like actually pursue the things that you really want to do, because this lady was 89, like lived a full life, Tony Award, you know what I mean? Like Academy Award, several accolades. Like what more can you ask for? You know, like we feel sad because it's the end of an era, you know, good times, but the lady lived her life. And I feel like when stuff like this happens, it just makes me reflect on, am I doing what I was called to do right now? What if I die tomorrow?
Girl.
Am I enjoying am I happy?
Girl.
Am I gonna die tomorrow and feel like, oh my God, I ain't do this, I ain't do that, I ain't do this?
No. And listen, those are, I would say, for me, the deafening conversations that constantly go over and over and over in my head, because those, are you doing what you have been called to do? Because the truth is, we know the truth. The truth is that for the most part, most people don't.
No. And are too afraid to figure it out. And that's what I've realized. And I'm starting I think I want to do a vlog about my exit from corporate America and just being unemployed, y'all, because when I've been telling people, not y'all, but
Yeah, because we've been there.
see the fear on people's face. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, what you gonna do now? Bitch, I live life. That's what I'm gonna do. And I always, y'all, I always say I want to be rich and all this. I do want to be rich, but my real goal in life is to be free. And I feel like with riches comes a certain level of freedom, but I also feel like this season in my life is teaching me that money doesn't matter. And I know that sounds crazy, and they usually say, people without money say that, but I have never been without money. I have made more money than most people will ever make in their entire lives. And when I tell y'all that shit don't matter, the shit matters 0%. But you have to be tapped in and really go on a self journey to be able to accept that and like be able to navigate life without being a slave to capitalism and money and really figuring out, okay, what is it that I want to do? Because you can go live in a shack and live your best life. Live in a shack in Tahiti. You know what I mean? Like, and so,
girl, the way you listen,
I will be rich.
You better preach.
I feel like getting there. Well, I feel like once I get there, I will. It will just be so much better because I am learning that shit don't even matter. Part of the reason why I want to be rich is just because I can. Like, I feel like I want to show other Black people we can get there. But I also want to show us, fuck that. We, especially Black people, we talented, we creative, we're smart. We built the country. Like, we don't have to be going to these people's job every day for $12 an hour. We just don't. We built our Black Wall Street. They burned that shit down. We can build that shit again. But we have just been so, and I ain't mean to go off on a tangent, but I've just been having so many revelations. I don't know if we realize how beat up we have been from white people. We have been stomped into the ground and made to believe that we ain't shit. We ain't never gonna be shit. And you better be happy for these crumbs you get. The crumbs that we gave them. We gave them the crumbs to give back to us. So my next journey in life, y'all, I just feel so passionate about it. I want us to not live out of fear. And it's time, we've gotten complacent. It's time for us to start our own revolution again. We talking about revolutionary politics. Black people need to start back on the revolution because we have just been so beat up and beaten into submission. We fight arguing with each other over whether Kamala Indian or not. Child, what are you doing? You've been making $17 an hour for the past 15 years. Something got to give. So that's my new journey, y'all. And it's just been so great. Like, I got a little bit of money put away, but I don't even feel nervous about money. I don't. They don't care about us. The little crumbs they give you don't even matter. Y'all, I done made well over 6 figures for the past 10 years. As soon as I had to take care of my parents, in the trash, $0, negative $50,000. So how the rest of you motherfuckers get it along with dependents, multiple dependents, and head of household, and y'all barely making $45K? Like, what is going on, y'all? I just feel like my mind has been open ever since they let me go and showed me that they don't give a fuck. It's like, that, but until you really go through it and go on your own journey, it's like, oh, I've been wasting my life away. Striving for what?
Yeah, I mean,
climb the corporate ladder and be kicked back down every time? Fuck that.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I
Go
feel like and with that, I feel like we got to just take a quick break because
Yeah.
I need some water. That was like that was one of those sermons, twin. That I think we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna go get some we're gonna go get some refreshments, and we're gonna be right back.
What it ain't do is stay.
Welcome back. Now I'm feeling like the man when I walk through. Hey Dub, welcome to the
Good,
show.
y'all. What's good, y'all? A-Dub has entered the chat.
What up, though?
Too much fun last night.
I know I gotta start doing that D. You know, we got a rep for the D. We forget we have family there. What up, though? What up, Dub?
Ain't nothing. Recovery. Yeah.
Same.
How your mental health, brother? How that black man? How you feeling, black man?
I'm all right. It is a beautiful day though, so that helps. It's a really nice day outside in the A. I hope it's a beautiful day where all our listeners are as well.
It's cold.
I'm feeling good.
That's awesome. I feel like everybody is doing very glorious. It is a glorious Sunday. Okay.
SEXYYRED. Play with me. I put a pole in your teeth.
I see what you did there, P Money. I see what you did.
She said she'll put a pothole in your teeth.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with Sexy Red.
Blow.
I kind of fuck with her. Not the Trump stuff, but I kind of like her.
She don't know no better in regards to that. Like that's just I can't say don't know no better because I mean everybody has their own opinion, but come on, yeah. I get what you're saying.
Nah,
her and Big Glow snapping though.
They snap.
Agree.
Shout out to Big Glow. I think I have continuously on this podcast said my love for Big Glow from the beginning with FNF, and I have to tell y'all, she created a classic. A classic album. Glorious is a classic album. Congratulations. It is a classic. It's non-skip. It is shuffle proof. It is incredible. Congratulations, Glorilla. We are so proud of you. I think, and I love that she incorporated so much of, Bootsy, from Meg to Sexy Red to T-Pain. I mean, she went and got Boss Man Glow. Like, she went and got Kurt Franklin. I mean, she did
the whole nine.
Classic album. And I can't even, I get so excited because I can't even remember an album like this in recent memory. I cannot. There is not one. Meg's album, and I love Meg. Meg's album isn't even this good. This album is skip proof.
No, that shit riding.
Shuffle proof.
Did y'all see Erica Banks try to release her version?
Get her the F out of here. But you know what I do like? It's actually kind of in the same realm of what you're talking about. It's kind of like that Big Glow had Sexy Red on her album. Like I think that's dope. Like that's like some unity type shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like no hate because they make the same kind of like ratchet music a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Glow's is a little more refined and a little more buttoned up. But it, like y'all don't everybody got a beef and do all this dumb shit? Like, get on the song together. That make the best music. Like when Thug said yesterday, he tweeted from jail. Somebody tweeted from jail that Future and Drake and Metro need to start collabing again. Stop all the bullshit.
Yeah. When I seen them together, I was like, you know what? This is what it's all about for real.
Right.
Let the girlies have a good time together and just give us some fire music.
Bruh, that's all we care about is the music, bro. Like the extra stuff is funny and cool, but bruh, just give us good music.
Yeah. And I feel like the more I learn about Glow, the more I like her.
Mm-hmm.
Like she is true to herself, and people be hating. I love her more than Sexy Red because I do feel like she hood, but she a little bit more refined, a little bit.
Yeah.
She's so true to herself. Like she be like, "F these niggas, I ain't having your baby. Don't even come over here trying to trap me."
Then she had Muni Long, she had Lotto on there, the Procedure song with that Set It Off in the back. I said, what the Procedure?
See, now I'm gonna have to play this in its entirety. I haven't heard the full length yet, but all I only keep hearing good things about it. So now I'm gonna have to go check it out for real, for real.
Yeah, I
My
would
friend
say
played it for us after the Gucci concert, which was lit as fuck. Okay, but I'll come back to that. And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, what is this?" Every song, what's this?
Listen, it's the I would say my favorite song that she has on there is one of, and this is the one thing that I love that she does is it's very vulnerable, right? Where that she gives in each of the songs, where like in Glow's prayer where she's talking about, you know, how all of us done prayed for, you know, these men, and then when we get them, it's like, this ain't the one. I was playing JK God, Take 'Em Back. I love that song.
Same.
Let her cook. I mean, she kills Let Her Cook. Stop playing with her. You know, Don't Deserve, where her and me alone, when she's talking about, you know, how, you know, we all have had that friend that you know, that we know that the guy she dated don't deserve her. And I just felt like that's what really made it good, was that it was very vulnerable and it's very transparent, because what you know about me really, because with that Bootsy on Wipe Me Down, I mean, we all were there when Wipe Me Down came out. You Wipe Me Down became an instant classic.
And some of the young girlies didn't even know about it. I said, "Oh no,
Crazy."
I know I'm getting old."
They think Boosie just on the internet being funny. Nah,
Right.
that's some shit.
Like Bootsy created Bootsy and Webby held down Southern rap well into,
Oh wow.
I mean, years.
Yeah.
I would say easily 05. I mean, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, 05, 06, 07, 08. I don't know when Bootsy got locked up, but easy, right? And so I feel like she did a really good job on that. That's what I love the most about that song. And Lotto kind of did it on her album too, with some of the remakes she did. But specific to a classic like that, to do it correct and get it just right. And she threw back a shot at JT, because you know her and JT.
That's right.
Oh,
they got beef? I didn't even know.
So
yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I knew they had beef, but I never knew what it was about.
It was just, you know, I would say rap girl beef, which all the rapper girls, they do it. But I thought that it was, I thought it was nicely done, because with this, and it goes back to what you said, with JT, and even with Miami, and even with Cardi. I think Cardi heard us on our last pod. Like, the rap is always about the next better rap. Rap is always about the response. It's always about the response. It's about who can up the next person, who can create the better album, who can create, you know, that's why with Glow's album, it's a classic. There's not going to be anybody who could contend. I don't think there will be anyone who can contend with this album, period. That's how good it is, right? And so I think that when you have someone that is rapping that way and you're steadily moving the goalposts, it makes everybody else go harder. And that's why I like that she had Meg on there, that she had Lotto on there. You know what I mean? That she had all the girlies that are at the top of their game right now on the album, because that's what it should be like. It's like what Wayne always felt like. Like everybody know Wayne the GOAT. It does nothing for him to move everybody forward. It does nothing for him but move everybody forward. And so I felt like what JT and Young Miami didn't really understand was just that. Like, you can't rap about vagina all the time. Like,
Yeah.
Trina could actually rap. Like, Trina could rap. Like, her Blueprint, yes, was about that, but like it was so much more about Trina being vulnerable. Yeah, like Trina would be talking about, you know, how she was in love and how, you know, everything what it encompasses being, you know, a bad woman, you know, or a baddie in Miami. That's what Trina would rap about. But I don't think Young Miami and JT really like stuck to that.
Yeah, they don't get it.
And like, I kind of like that she said that, you know, I ain't no, you know, bleep Cinderella, because it's like, ain't nobody out here trying to have ain't no romance out here. They ain't out here say who they saving. Who are the men saving? Where are the prince in the knight in shining armors? Where is child? That don't exist. So I kind of didn't like that JT kind of went with that as her like her MO. It's like, what is a Cinderella? The Cinderella in Disney is white. It's a white lady.
I
Being
think
saved by a white man.
Probably just marketing, and it came off the tongue nice. It's just, I think that's all it was. You talking about City Cinderella, whatever that she calls herself.
Bitch, ain't nobody finna save you.
Her little mixtape was fire though. I ain't gonna lie.
I listen. Really no, she can't really rap, but I guess what I'm saying is like when you come for somebody and they respond in this way, like
ready. I hope she's ready.
Yeah, because she said glow the P and the P stand for Poppy. You know, I love that line.
I wish I liked Lotto like y'all do.
I know.
Lotto be spitting.
Lotto be spitting. It just doesn't.
I mean, Lotto.
It don't be hitting for me.
That's fine. That's fine.
Lotto
be snapping though.
You
know what? I'm an R&B girly, so really this not even my section. But I do like Glow. Like, she got a couple songs I'm like, okay, I could rock with it. And then her, you know, Money Long got a song, so I was like, okay.
But I also just, while we on the subject of rap girlies, I just want to remind you hoes that I am not Sexy Red. I am the original, okay? Been red since high school. Don't call me Sexy Red.
Talk to him.
Let them know.
I'm the OG.
OG. Speaking of which, we ain't even put this out there. Welcome home, Big Meech.
Let's go.
Welcome home. Okay.
They said bro on his way to the halfway house, or he there already. But
he already there. He home. He home, man. Welcome home, Big Meech. I love that.
The first fresh air in 20 plus years.
I didn't think he was never coming home.
Nah, we knew he was coming home when his brother got out about 5-6 years ago. We knew he was coming home.
Maybe they can give us a redo of BMF, because that shit was trash.
The show.
It wasn't that bad.
I really enjoyed the show. The acting is terrible, but the
acting is terrible. Oh,
the acting is terrible.
The acting is so bad, but I really do enjoy it though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but I like, you know, I like to see Kings come home. You know, I'd rather see them when we was growing up, what they say, they either in prison, dead, or in jail. And so
he did all three. Well, besides the dead, but yeah.
You know, So, and then also, our last episode that we had out, blah blah blah. We want to make sure that we pay homage to Rich Homie Quan. He has his new album that's out. Y'all, please make sure you stream. I checked it out. It was really good. Classic, Rich Homie Quan. Gone too soon. It's just one of those things where I feel like, I hope people gonna give Meech his flowers while he home, and he stay alive, and he can live out the days being home and don't do nothing like OJ and end up back in prison.
Sure.
But yeah, and then Summer Walker, she put out a little tease for her new album or song or something. I want to see Summer Walker back at work. It was like something she put on Instagram. It looked, quintessential summer. So I want her to get back to work.
Me too.
And
y'all know who I do enjoy? Cash Doll. She got a new song.
Cash Doll be snapping.
Oh, Cash Doll.
Shout out to Detroit.
To the D.
Yeah. Cash Doll be snapping.
She got a new song out. It's fire.
Yeah, Cash Doll. What did she was doing? Was that like a Halloween promo or something that she was doing, or it was just her normal social media stuff?
I feel like that was just her.
Oh yeah, Cash Doll. But shoot, what y'all been watching football? Anybody been watching football?
Oh, real quick before we get off music, the thing with Big Meech. So when they posted it online and we all kind of found out that he was getting out, I think I wrote something and somebody else under the comments was like, "Y'all forget that he killed people and sold drugs and da-da-da-da-da-da."
Get your lame ass,
bruh. That's the same thing I was thinking. I was like, ain't nobody made that person do that crack. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
That man did his time. He went through the correct channels and processes, and he did his time. Please just allow that man to come home and, bruh, like get that the fuck out of here. But that's all I wanted to say.
He served his time.
Right.
Cultural icon. Go stop being miserable.
Bruh. Yeah.
I saw them comments too, Dub. I was like, I knew somebody was gonna do it.
Bruh, that shit pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm just like, bruh, like you can't just be happy the nigga is out of jail. Like
right.
He did what he did. He sat there for 20 plus years. He had time to repent if he did. If he didn't, that's him.
They don't want nobody to rehabilitation. They don't believe in that.
But what I'm saying is he sat there, he did what he had to do, and let it be done. Let that man come home. Atlanta legend. They say when he went to jail, the whole city was fucking broke. That's what they said. They said when he was out here doing what he was doing, everybody had money.
See, and then go back to what I was talking about earlier. It's a scam. Okay?
Yeah.
You can get money anyhow without being a slave to the white man. So
sorry about that, y'all. I had a little tirade, rant, whatever you want, tangent.
I don't condone drug trafficking. However,
nah, we don't.
I also don't condone black people being slaves to white people. So
but if you are going to be a drug trafficker or a drug dealer, do it at the highest level.
That's what, be a kingpin. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't be no nigga on the corner selling dimes and nicks.
Right, you still broke.
Do it to where they make movies and TV shows about you. Do it that big.
Do it that big.
If you gonna do it,
right? Do it to the utmost.
If you gonna do it.
I'm with you on that.
Right.
Welcome home, Big Meech.
Welcome home, man. Welcome home.
Yeah.
Football. We got
Georgia Tech lost yesterday. However, we are 5-3. So I'm gonna take it.
The ACC looking shaky, baby. Well, you and McClendon looking good in ACC, so We'll hold y'all down.
The Falcons, the Dirty Birds played today.
Hey, I love the transformation of Kirk Cousins though.
Hey, Kirk Tavius. Let's go, Kirk Tavius. Hey, bro, he really embracing the city of Atlanta, and
Yes.
I feel like we embracing him because Atlanta my number 2 team after the fans, of course. You know,
Okay.
fans up. No, yeah, y'all jumped ahead of the Cowboys because the. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, let's go, Kirk Tavius. He getting them boys together.
He is.
Listen.
I ain't been to a game yet. I've been low. I've been trying to see what they're gonna do first.
Yeah, I feel like with Cousins, he gonna cousin. I've never been a fan of Kirk Cousins, but I do love a good transformation. And so I'm happy that he's assimilated into an Atlanta culture because it takes a special quarterback to win in Atlanta. And yeah, I heard he busted a whole bunch of people parlays a couple weeks ago. So I'm happy for Cousins. Them Dirty Birds.
He showed his ass. I didn't even play him that day.
Yeah, I heard that.
I played Baker Mayfield instead. With Baker Mayfield, low key be showing his ass too, but Kirk Cousins shows his ass that day. But Kirk Cousins was doing this in Minnesota. Like he was shout out to Kirk Cousins, Kirk Tavius. He adopts Black culture, like, and he's just cool with it. Cause like you can see back when he was in Minnesota, like he was on the plane with the big ass chain, and
that's true. I forgot about that.
Everybody was rallying around him, like that's his thing. Like he cool with us. He down with me. He come to the cookout.
Oh yeah, he definitely invited to the cookout.
He come to the cookout. He gotta bring nothing, but he can come.
He can't. Don't bring nothing. Bring beer.
I mean, no potato salad with peas and weird shit and olives, whatever they eat.
Raisins, grapes.
I mean, the other thing that's been great is the cane. The U is back. Is the U back?
Go.
Is the U back?
Let's go.
You know what's better than 6-0? Going 7-0. Listen, the U might be back.
Let's go.
Okay.
The U is back.
Look, I won't say R because I don't know y'all respect. I know Twin is a bumblebee. Yellow Jacket. I'm sorry.
Wow.
He called her a bumblebee.
I couldn't think of the name. I ain't gonna lie. That wasn't
that ACC hate be hating.
Bumblebee. But the use for the fucking quarterback. That motherfucking Cam Ward. Oh my god.
Oh, Cam Ward. What a
that
name.
Boy special, boy.
He's special.
Real special. And
he's tapped in for sure.
That the pre-draft selections or whatever, they had the last one I saw was they had Shedeur from Colorado, of course, Deion Sanders, going number 1. He actually is a very, very, very good quarterback. Their team just isn't great. And they had Travis Hunter, probably the Heisman favorite right now, going number 2. Also plays for Colorado, but that boy's like super special. That boy different. But as far as quarterbacks, I think this week Cam Ward should probably jump ahead of Shedeur, in my opinion. Like as far as like that boy is beating quality teams. He got the highest quarterback stats in the country. Like, don't throw interceptions. Don't turn over the ball like that. Like, the U is 7-0. Like, we were 6 this week. We'll probably be hopefully 3 or 4 come Monday when the polls come out. The U's back, man.
Very exciting. Very happy.
It's very exciting. One thing I like, well, I don't really care too much other than, like I said, I'm watching Cousins' cousin, but the Dolphins, we've thrown away our entire season. So that's
they say Tua coming back. He should be back next week.
I don't need him to come back. I need him to retire.
That's what we would like for sure.
But one thing I will say, Aaron Rodgers still getting coaches fired. That did happen.
Oh yeah.
crazy.
And he did that shit and said he didn't. But
And then he said he didn't, but it's
we
like,
know you
bro,
did it.
like we know you did it.
Wait, what Aaron Rodgers do?
He got that coach fired.
Yeah,
For
the
what?
very next day
Dang.
For what?
for
Yeah.
being a coach,
Wow.
for him playing bad.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
head coach was a defensive minded coach. Aaron
Right.
Rodgers was playing bad, got that man fired when he didn't really have nothing to do with it. He ain't the play
Yeah.
caller. He don't do none of that.
Yeah, I felt like
Yeah.
that was a premature
Move.
move by them. But you know, I would say that what I'm really looking forward in football this year is the college playoff system. I believe this season has truly shown us why it was necessary because
Yeah.
ain't no more dogs in college football. You
Right.
know, and the fallout of what we're seeing with the NIL, I
Mhm.
just think is, you know, that stabilizer for college football that I truly believe we're going to get a treat at the end of college football this year. And so I'm super excited for that, to be honest, because like yesterday's game, as this is being released, we're probably hopefully the U is still what's better than 7-0, 8-0. Hopefully we've locked in our next game. But you know, watching them play and be resilient through these games, I mean, it's been truly remarkable with these teams. And I mean, there are some sleepers. I called Vandy being a sleeper a long time ago. Just for them to go and beat the number one team in the country, it just goes back to like that concept that we've been saying for years, is that like that for, you know, conference play just was really crap. And, you know,
Yeah.
they've consolidated the conferences, but still there are a lot of really good teams, football programs out there. And the NIL allows that to happen, right? Because
Mhm.
you can get any player.
You can spread out the talent.
You can spread out the talent, and there's not going to be a Power 5, Power 4, whatever they like to call it anymore. And I think we're really going to see that done away with, because nothing makes me more happier
That's exciting.
than
Who you gonna say? Georgia? I already know.
no
Oh,
Florida State being trash.
Oh my gosh, they so bad.
They so bad. They so bad because
I was waiting for
last
somebody to
year
bring that up.
they
boys,
just
they booty.
they
Oh my
they
gosh.
just cried and cried and cried that they did not had the people sending letters up to people's house talking about they didn't get in. And it's like, this is exactly why you didn't get in. It's like, to be competitive, to be resilient, to be excellent is continuous recruiting. You got to get the players to buy in. And with the NILs, if you have players that are making over $500,000, some of these players are making more than the coaches. It's like you have to get them to get motivated some kind of way. And so I really love it. I think that's what my highlight of sports is going to be for the rest of the year, is college football playoff system. And yeah, I could care less about the NFL. I think it's going to level it out like it normally does. Like I said, I got an eye on the Dirty Birds. I think what Cousins is doing is exciting. But more than that, my eyes are fully locked in on college football.
Well, I love Florida State being trash, but it's been a long time coming.
And I know.
The group chat is on fire because they so bad.
They so bad.
The Florida, because you know it'd be a lot.
It's so many Florida State fans.
A lot of Florida State fans in Miami. I'm like, bro, you from the
Crib? No sense.
So many
fans and UF fans, and they both sorry. So I just be like, oh yeah. I might have to jump down for that game next week. No cap. just to see the look. You know what I'm saying? Just for the look.
Who they play next week?
Is you in Florida State next week?
Oh, it's in Tallahassee.
No, it's at
No,
the crib.
it's at the crib. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that
I
goes.
might not even go in the game. I might just.
We know,
tailgate.
we
the
know,
tailgate.
we
You know
know,
what I'm
we
saying?
know, we know, we know
Oh,
the.
I
We know.
forgot you was there.
I would come hang with y'all, but I'll be at homecoming.
We know we know you will tailgate. You better go
Oh, you
find
was
our other
there? That's
cousin. Yeah,
crazy.
you need to get your other cousin. She gonna want to be out there too.
Chill, bro. Come on.
Look at her. Come on.
But with that, we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna get right into
Mhm.
family topic of the day.
Let's go. Be right back, y'all.
Welcome back. So we'd like to highlight a family topic of the day. Really, I think the one thing about our family, which is cool, is even though we're really close, there's a lot of vulnerability with each other, which I think is important. But also I think that we, especially this newer generation, we're more committed to the unveiling of the things. And an example would be is I was at this family dinner the other day, a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about our family reunion that we got coming up. And there, you know how like back in the day they used to want to one up each other. So like it was like this one was better, and so they was talking about the one that's coming up, that they were like, oh, it's not gonna be better than the one we had in Miami. And I'm like, so they were like, well, when it comes back, I was like, when it come back to us, we're not doing all that work that y'all was doing. We've already decided we're not going to be doing all that. We're going to like do it differently. And I think, it's one of those things like when the new generation comes up and you want to do things differently. I think one of those things that are important is like what we need to do differently in Black families is share medical health history.
We do.
That is not just medical, that's mental health. Like, it is so important that you share these things. And I think, a part of that before was like the lack of medical actual care, access to medical care, right? Where you didn't have the equivalency of our white counterparts when it came to healthcare. So to some degree that was warranted, but like, at this day and age, if somebody is dying from dementia, Alzheimer's, or cancer, or a terminal illness, it's like it should be shared in the family.
Right.
But it's like this level of like, okay, one, you want to protect the autonomy of the family member, right, who may be going through that struggle. But then two, it's always like been, and most listeners can agree, this secretive nature to like, oh, we don't want to talk about what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, P? Because I have a unique perspective too, because y'all know I'm adopted. And so I'm glad you said,
You ain't a dog. You my cousin.
I mean, y'all know I used to really, when I was younger, I'm like, y'all like they lied. I ain't no motherfucking adopted. But as someone who has had to figure out my own medical history, like mental illness, but I'm also just very abreast of my body and my health and all this. I'm gonna say something weird, but bear with me.
Okay.
But what P just said, I think it's about educating ourselves too, because I think a lot of the secrecy be because we don't really know what's going on for real, and we don't know, like we be in such survival mode that I don't think we ever think about being in the preventative phase. And I'm saying that because our auntie, whose house we used to always go to, she had Alzheimer's. And I remember when she was deteriorating, I remember being a child, and like, I'm the type of person, if I don't know what's going on, I get real angry and frustrated. The elephant in the room, it ain't never going to be an elephant in the room around me. I need to know what's going on. And I remember she just like stopped talking. And I was like, what the fuck is going on with Aunt? Why won't nobody tell me? And I didn't know until I had to deal with my mom having Alzheimer's. I didn't know until, what was that, like 20 years later, that she had Alzheimer's. And I was talking to one of her daughters, and I realized even though they took care of her, they still don't know what Alzheimer's is. They don't know none of that. Like, they were just taking care of her, you know, they just getting old and sick, but they never took the time to educate themselves, you know, and figure out how to be a better caregiver, give her a better quality of life. And I remember I felt so isolated. I'm like, well, ain't nobody helping me. That's because them motherfuckers don't know either. We don't be educating ourselves and sharing information and you know, really taking the load off of other people, like medically. We just keep it to ourselves, and oh well, you know, and we really could have help. Like, P, I don't know how much you want to divulge, but you know, I know you having a little health issue, and you know, we kind of got in your ass because you ain't tell us for a while. And it's like, but we're conditioned to do that as Black people. Well, I'm gonna just keep it to myself. I don't want to burden nobody, but we need help. And to educate ourselves.
Our community definitely has a stigma of, it's not even not telling people. Like, a lot of us just don't go to the doctor.
We just don't go.
Sometimes we won't trust them, or a lot of times, just I think it's like in our genes at this point that we're just afraid of what we might hear.
Yeah.
And that's just
and we have a distrust for good reason. You know, I'm not saying that we shouldn't,
right?
But we also need to educate ourselves. Like, I know our other cousin has a brother who's autistic, and I can tell they have not educated themselves on autism, because every time I'm around them, the mom will be like, "How did you get to talk?" I'm like, "Great, I just went and started talking to him about," you know, and it's like they've been struggling to get him, you know, to progress and do all this stuff, and it's like I just came down and just, you know, she said he talked the most than he ever do to anybody ever. And I'm like, that's because I'm familiar with autism and I know how to interact with people like that. That's your son. How you don't, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not faulting, you know, I'm just saying we've been conditioned to not talk about stuff, and we haven't been educated, and we have a distrust of doctors and things that I feel like now our generation can educate ourselves more and help each other out. You know, we're learning things about our bodies that our parents maybe didn't even know, you know. Go ahead, P. I just kind of hijacked the topic.
Yeah, that plane flying.
I think I like, you know, I wanted to bring it to the table because I think that I would say not being closely related to adoption, but you know, not having a disconnect between my biological mother, I don't get to have that sharing, right, of that direct medical history. But I think too, when we think of the stigma, I think the stigma goes back to just even disclosure, right? Because we don't even know what's happening to our bodies. Like, you go and they tell you something, right? So like, to your credit, like, you go and they say you have Alzheimer, or they go and they give you some type of they diagnose you with something. It's like, then you gotta, you know, in reality, back then specialists weren't really a thing, right? So that's just what they got, and they was left with that, right? Like, no one gave them a pamphlet, no one gave them an education on what was happening to them. So to some degree, you can't disclose what you don't even understand to be happening to you, right? Or those around you.
You don't even know.
Yeah, so I would say through my mental health is the best way to describe that. It's like, depression and anxiety and dysthymia has so many different ways of how it appears, the symptoms, how it occurs, that like, if you have someone diagnose you with that, you as the person, as the patient getting that kind of diagnosis, it's like you then are the one having to figure out for yourself, what does it really even mean? then you have to then decide on how you even tell people about that, because it's like with climate change, they don't even believe it's real. Like some people actually don't believe mental health is real.
And let's not get started on dysthymia, because if we're being honest, most Black people suffer from that. You are Black in a white world. How you not?
Twin, just for the listeners and for me mostly, what is dysthymia?
Dysthymia is persistent depressive disorder. So it's not like
It
like
doesn't go
like
away.
it just don't go, like you're just in a low mood. You know what I'm saying? For a significant amount of time, you don't necessarily have anything to attribute it to. You know, you just feeling down.
Yeah, you just can't help it.
You just can't help it. Yeah. And not to get too deep into it, but you know, a lot of us smoke weed, raising my hand. A lot of us drink, and it's really and some of it is, you know, we be outside having fun, but some of it is I'm fucking depressed and this shit sucks, and I'm just trying to hide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to find some source of happiness, and I realized that with my therapist. She told me she feel like most Black people suffer from that, and I have to agree, because the world sucks, and we are in America. Like, we have been through, and I feel like Black people are so resilient that, you know, we just be laughing our way through stuff and just move on. But the shit be discouraging. Like, we build something up, white people burn it down. We trying to climb the corporate ladder, and they be like, "No, fuck that." You know, like this. It's sad. And even though we're getting by, I think we could do better if we just knew some of the stuff we was going through. But we don't trust doctors either, which
Rightfully
is
so, right, which is valid,
right,
And
which is valid.
right. And so, you know, I think that, so I would just say that, you know, to everyone listening, just, I think that, like I said, we are the ones that are committed to that kind of moving the needle forward, that transparency, that, you know, sharing of information and kind of what you're going through, because it is really important. And as we get older, you know, it's just one of those things. I think we've been the most transparent, you know, most recently about mental health, but just, you know, all types of health, right? Like obesity and high blood pressure and, you know, our diets. I mean, all these things that, like, you know, we have our aunt who lives out in the West Coast, and like she been thriving. She like 89 years old, you know, and like she eats clean. She cooks everything from scratch. Like, you know, she don't drink. You know, she'll take a shot, but she, you know, she don't drink every day. You know, she does everything in moderation. She exercises regularly. And it's just one of those things where I think that, like, kind of what Twin was just saying is, when we're in survival mode all the time, where we don't have an opportunity to just breathe a little bit, that really takes away from your ability to even talk about your health. And so just wanted to give that a little bit of importance to each of y'all. For y'all that have health insurance, go get your physical. It's almost the end of the year. Your insurance benefits are going to reset at the top of the year. So please go get a physical. Go get your blood work done. Go get checked out. Because hit your pap smear, women. You know, just take care of yourself and
get your breast exams. It is breast care awareness month. Breast cancer awareness month,
breast cancer awareness month. So yeah, just make sure you take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, you know, you're a good bill of health is what you always want. But if you don't get that, you just need to make the necessary steps to do something about it, because it ain't gonna go away.
Right.
You know, and so I think that's like a great way to just kind of really segue into terrible relationships, because one thing that wasn't gonna go away is how we really knew, we all knew, Haley, that relationship wasn't gonna work, girl. We knew.
Let me tell you, Lord will deliver thy
Listen,
any situation that is not serving you. Okay. What you finna say? Research. Go ahead. This show.
you know, this is one of my favorite topics. Black love and all that jazz. I think for a long time, like on the outside looking in, it's very easy to say that DDG and Hallie were incompatible. But knowing what I know now, I can only blame, both of them equally, because it's a lack of maturity. It's a lack of knowing who you are as an individual. And, like Twin always tells me, people just don't know their worth. People
research team, you gotta give us and the people some backstory on what's going on.
Okay. So if y'all don't know, clearly DDG came out with a statement that he done broke up with the mermaid, aka Hallie. And they do share a child together. Hey Lou. And from the jump, everybody was like, he is not compatible. He is not on the same level. He's not her person. And she was just like, no, I'm gonna stick beside him. He's mine. I'm gonna ride for mine. And it didn't work out. He's said some crazy things in the past. He's had some very immature moments where she's an actor or an actress and he don't want her like kissing people, and like those romantic scenes are heavy for him. I think the tip of the iceberg was when she went to the Usher concert and Usher gave her the cherry or whatever he do at the end of his concert, and he was like, nah bro, I'm gonna go ahead and take the cherry that you're trying to get my girl and I'm gonna put it in her mouth, not you.
As a man, I don't have a problem with that. That's cool, but if she's an actress and she has to have these certain scenes with people and he's not allowing that, like that's given very controlling and manipulative and just weird vibes. I don't like that.
This is money, sir. Like this how we eat.
Right.
This how much you baby.
I don't think we put as much weight into not dating insecure people as we should. And that's funny that you put this first, because I've just been on my mind lately. Oh dear. I feel like we have to do a better job, men and women. Insecurity is the devil, and it will destroy almost any situation, for real. Relationship, romantic, friendship, even family. And I think we need to see, we usually have a red flags segment. We need to bring that back, because insecurity in a person is the brightest red flag. And I'm talking about overt insecurity, because we all have our insecurities, ain't nobody perfect. But somebody who is just completely insecure, there's nothing you can do to make them not feel that way. So it don't matter what you got going on. And I saw people talking about in the comments, oh, y'all talking about Hallie made DDG. He was already something before. Then why he this insecure? You should be good then. You should be good if you was a full person and secure in self and your platform, that's who you are. Her kissing whoever on TV as an actress, her being big and rising to the top, that shouldn't mean nothing to you. Shouldn't feel bad about that.
Exactly. Like you should be secure as a man in your career with the amount of commas you have and just your overall self-awareness and worth. That shouldn't faze you.
And then also, I don't know too much about this situation, but I've only heard stuff from him. Like, she's been quiet.
Thank you.
Her and her sister, they came on up under the Beyonce tree. So, like, I ain't even gonna talk about this shit.
I don't even care about this.
Right.
This is keeping this private.
I'm sure they care, but they just know like what social media can do So they're just like probably just I ain't even gonna say nothing because they're just gonna run with it, and I'm gonna just let this nigga kill himself on his own. And by kill himself, I mean proverbial.
Yeah.
Yeah, not yeah.
Implode. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, because we wouldn't, in fact, we wouldn't know about any of this
Right.
Correct.
without him. We wouldn't have known about the kids. We wouldn't even know y'all had issues if it wasn't for him.
Right.
What? I ain't even
Correct.
think about it.
And then he want to
Which
attack
is
my
why.
dog Joe Budden. Bruh, all Joe
Now
Budden
that-
told
now
him
that-
was, I don't know who you are. I know your lady. I don't know you. I don't know what you do. I don't know your following. I have no clue about none of that. Like that's all bro was saying. And he tried to attack Joe, but you know, Joe is the biggest podcaster in the world. Like he can't really.
And I find it funny when
DDG ain't got it like that, huh?
it's like these younger people, it's almost like they have an inflated sense of self.
They
Like
really
you talking about you old bitch. Like now I have my issues with Joe Budden, but come on now.
Right.
Stop it.
Right. I mean, honestly, Joe Budden, he gave a lot of people the tools to be able to go out and do what we doing right now, just how to do it and how to structure it. But DDG, like he just talking crazy.
And I'm sure way more people know Joe Budden than DDG.
Yes.
You talking about you old bitch. Sir, who are you?
Right.
But did y'all see Erica Mena climbing up that damn ladder
Wait, what?
to break into Safari House?
Wait, what?
So I guess I'm on the tail end of that foolery and debacleness, but can you share with me and maybe other listeners who may not know? Now, what happened with Erica? What?
I don't even know what started it for real. But allegedly, well, not even allegedly, because there's video proof. She broke into the house. The children were there at Safari House.
It was his weekend or something?
I think so, because they was already there. And she did it to send his nudes to his mother and sister. Now maybe y'all can help me understand what that was supposed to accomplish.
I just want to say something very, very fast. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
It has broken some people for sure. But the Love and Hip Hop tree is a nasty tree, bro.
Yes. You know what, Doug?
I'm sorry, Mona Scott Young.
Yeah.
Bruh, that tree is nasty.
It is.
We did get Cardi B out of that tree. We did.
Mm-hmm.
So it has broken some people, but bruh,
It's
like it's blaxploitation.
It is.
It really is. Okay, I'm sorry. Go back to the jumping the fence. And stuff.
It really is.
I had to get that off my chest.
It's really bad, and that's why I had stopped watching it for years. I'm like, this is not.
Yeah, nah.
Erica Mena, you've been on Love and Hip Hop for like 30 years, bro.
Literally, for real.
New York. She started in New York, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she was.
Why are you? In fact, I think she might be worse than she used to be. It's not getting.
Well, yeah, because you're gonna get that same. Them tracks is gonna get bigger because you the staple on Love and Hip Hop. So she probably. Then this may not be her. Nah, it's her.
Children were
No,
in that room.
It's her.
Yeah,
Her
it's her.
children.
Because it ain't even on the show. It's on social media, so it is her.
It's her. You brought a ladder to somebody's house to jump the fence, and your children are inside. Like, and the poor kid, and then the poor kids, when she finally smashed up the house and ran out, the kids was trying to run after her, and she just left them and sped off.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't even see none of this. That's crazy.
I think I put it in the chat. I was just so appalled, like, and I try to stay out of the mess, but I guess I was just so appalled that Erica Mena is still the same bitch that she was in 2008. That is
No
so
growth.
crazy to me. And you got kids, like
you ain't grow up in 16 years.
like at all, duh. At
You
all.
did not grow up. Like failure to launch. Just
How Safari the mature one in the situation? That nigga throwed out too.
wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, when you put it like
said
that.
Safari's the mature.
I actually started feeling bad for Safari, y'all, of all people.
Dang.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Safari, the man that showed up to his ex concert in all denim and get escorted out.
I think that was intentional for a storyline.
Yeah, I'm being facetious, but yeah, you're right.
I think that was for a storyline.
Anyway, I was just appalled by that, and I had to tell somebody because,
I think what I was gonna say, I think what I was most appalled about in 3LW land was Offset's audacity to get mad that Cardi slid on him pregnant when she had already filed for divorce. Sir, the minute she dropped them legal papers, that cat was free. Okay.
Now I gotta bring up something that is common amongst ignorant niggas. Why do it matter if a pregnant lady busting her vagina wide open? Why does that matter? He talking about, tell the truth, you fuck with a baby inside.
Okay. And
what's the problem?
So, sir, I'm pretty sure you don't slid on somebody who was pregnant.
Come on. Y'all speaking as women, that's very hurtful.
Okay, give us the tea, Dub.
That's my kid in there.
But you fucking other bitches.
That's my kid. Yeah, but my kid is in there. That's different.
So it'll be okay if the kid
can't bust it open.
That's what you're saying?
No, well,
he said if it ain't his kid,
but it's more hurtful because my kid is in there.
He said his kid. Clarify. He said if he would sleep with a pregnant woman, he don't want nobody sleeping with his pregnant woman.
Right.
Sometimes nigga logic to me.
No, that's not even like he is a special case in his own. Like I get what you're saying. It's super hypocritical. Well,
it's not hurtful. It's not hurtful, man. I don't think
it is hurtful. I'm telling you, man.
No,
it ain't happened to me, but it's hurtful. I can feel that.
No,
that's like as a man, you got an old lady or a girl or whatever, and she cheat on you. You really don't be caring. Like if she fuck, you be like, "Did you suck his dick?"
That is also
okay,
and that is also crazy to me because niggas treat sucking dick as if any random bitch on the street can do that. So why does it matter if I suck the man?
I guess we hold it to, well, not me personally, it's not my thing, but I guess men hold it in a higher regard than getting the pussy. Like, did you suck his dick? Ah!
But then you'll let anybody suck your dick. So how is it in higher regard?
You're right. It is nigga logic. You're right.
Okay. I was like, somebody got to explain.
Because you are right. That is correct.
Thank you, twin.
Yo, they really be coming up with like the foolishness, and it's like, do you hear yourself?
Stupid shit, bro.
Do you hear yourself?
Do you hear yourself?
Like, that was funny.
They know.
I gotta tell y'all some really funny stuff off mic though.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wow, I'm excited.
Right.
Yeah, so that get back from Cardi B. Like I said, I think she heard us because she was pregnant. I think a couple of episodes ago, and I just
Yeah, she done had the baby now.
Yeah,
Let me just say,
Don't they have 3 kids together?
yeah,
Yeah.
they got-
yeah.
She said thank you for her 3 kids for she really appreciates him.
So who won this relationship? Relationship wars.
I was just finna say,
No
duh,
one. No
I'm
one.
talking shit, but
No one.
it's giving toxic, and getting your lick back is never a productive thing in a
Yeah,
relationship.
but they
It's not.
one hood
I
and one
humbly-
ghetto. So
I humbly disagree.
You said one hood, one what, duh?
one is hood and one is ghetto. So they was
Yeah, I was
like
gonna
that's the
say
shit they like. I can't even say it's toxic. Like that's just
That's how they do.
how hood ghetto shit kind of operate.
Dysfunction.
even Glow put it on her new album. Like literally, I humbly disagree. And it's nothing like getting a lit back, especially if you get that lit back with the op. Especially,
That's that hurt.
especially
Who's the
when you go with the op.
But see, for me, getting my look back is pretending like you never existed and going on with my life, living my life like it's golden.
Twin, that ain't a lick though.
Mm-mm.
You
The lit back.
because you don't know that the other motherfucker might not even give a fuck.
Well, and neither do I.
Well-
So who's really winning here?
So it ain't a lick then.
Well, I'm not gonna spread rumors on here because we're not the rumor mill. But according to rumors, it was a famous NFL player, and that just stings. That just stings.
Oh, I did. Buddy, I forgot his name.
We're not gonna rumor.
It
We're not gonna
rhymes
rumor
with-
mill.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
We're not gonna rumor
Allegedly.
mill because
Yeah.
I really like that player. I ain't gonna rumor mill, but you know,
His
it's
name
like,
rhymes with Keshawn Biggs.
I hate you.
it's so stupid.
Okay, but is it still getting your lick back if you leave the person but level up with a better person?
I think it was that particular person.
It's only a lick if the other person Offset if we talking about Offset, then yeah, in general terms, if the other person doesn't care, then it ain't no lick. But in this case, Offset cared, and he crawled up in the fetal position, and he
Yeah,
crying.
He
He
did.
probably crying every night.
He did. You're right.
Yeah, because like I mean, out of all the women he cheated with, that's the thing that I feel like we never found out who Jay cheated with, right? It's like these men when they cheat on these women, it's like
It was Becky with the good hair.
no, but I'm saying is like these women are. It's like with Tiger Woods, like they got to be the scum of the earth because one, you cheating with a person, you cheating on a person that you know who the woman is, right? And so it's not like you don't know. And then two, like there's nobody better than Cardi B, like in theory of the type of person that he's married to. Like
yeah, in terms of
Yeah.
yeah,
That would be that. Yeah.
She's the
Yeah.
Cardi B of Cardi B's. Like she's Cardi
yeah,
B.
like there's
yeah.
yeah, there's no, her and Glow are cousins. Like actually, like they found out they was actual
No,
cousins.
they,
Yeah,
they were kidding.
they weren't kidding.
They were kidding.
They weren't kidding.
Allegedly.
All right.
Let's say what
Okay.
allegedly.
Look us up.
Okay.
They play cousins.
Okay,
Right.
because
That works.
Yeah. Like
So
yeah.
so like I feel like you just don't have anybody to level up with. So I think that's what also made him really hurt was like he can't get one better than her.
I mean, the thing is, well, they say Keshawn Biggs. They say he keep him like
He's known for this. Yeah.
he
known for it.
the Drake of the NFL. Like
No, I know. That's what I
mean,
said. I think
everybody
that's
did.
what.
that's what.
Yeah, that's
he
what I said.
But,
I heard.
and so I know Offset. Sick. Like, bro, this nigga got a $200 million contract. You go to
I think it's cool
that
though.
nigga is hurt.
I like that player. I like that guy because he go scoop him up. He make him feel loved, give him that good thing, and then he out of there. I like it
That's I
He-
mean,
because he don't marry none of them.
And you can't, and you know what's crazy? You can't even move like that if you ain't keeping it a bean with everybody you talk to.
correct.
Mhm.
So they already, well, in my days, yeah, that's
That's what I'm saying.
how I go.
That's a good. That's a,
Be 100, just Shit, this is what it is. That's it.
That's the best lit back to go get. You go get the one that you know he keeping it a bean. He gonna make you feel good. You know, make you feel beautiful. Gonna give you what you want, and he out of there.
Right. These moments that we together. That's it. And that's just how that go.
That's the era of my love life that I'm in right now.
Sister. What era?
I'm so on a personal level with this lady. I'm over
I
her.
have mixed feelings, so let's discuss.
Okay. Tia.
So Tia, recently dropped her, I guess we on episode 3, next act on, I forget what
Tubi.
network, because I'm not even watching it for real.
Zeus.
It's a reputable whatever.
Oh, it's probably like Tia is probably Bravo or something.
I don't know, but basically she now has a reality show about her next chapter, life after divorce, and she has gone on here and basically we would not know. We don't want to know, but she's sharing that now maybe she hasn't made the right decision. Now she
about her divorce?
Correct. She's not sure if she was, did the right thing. She's mourning the loss of her children having a 2-parent household. Man, did you not think of any of this before you filed? Like, why is this the revelation now?
I didn't hear none of this.
This is from her episodes, her recap.
But is it okay? But is it maybe perhaps just for the show, or do it seem like she really feel that way?
I think she really feels that way, and I think that she is like, I think it caught her off guard about how crappy the dating pool is now, because really she never dated. She never spent that time with self. I think they got married like early 20s, like 22, 23. Like they were super, super young. So it's just like, well, and now that she's out here.
Tia and Buddy?
Yeah.
I regret leaving my husband.
They
another man.
They got married like 2010 or something like that. They was already old.
Damn. They were still young.
No, they weren't. They were in their 30s.
Maybe they started dating when they was in their 20s.
Maybe. I know. I think the last thing I saw, they got married like 2010 or 9 or something like that.
Let me look it up. But I say all that to say, why are these the thoughts now? Why are you doing a show telling us your business now? Because I know you don't need the money. You know what I'm saying?
You never know what people do.
Well, we don't know that either.
They got married 2008.
Yeah,
I knew it was somewhere around there. I said 2010. My bad. 2 years. My bad.
that's okay.
So she was 30.
But she made it like she also revealed that what's his name was her first, so she hasn't had any other.
Who? Marcus Houston?
At 30?
Who?
That's what I'm saying. Like she hasn't experienced another man. That's what she has said.
Oh, Buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So to me, it's like a rude awakening now, because I guess what she thought the dating pool was and how dating looked has changed. And I could have told her that.
Go home, Roger.
Yeah, but
I just think she had the maybe it's like a realization now that it's just like, oh snap, it's really real.
No, I think the real issue is, I was thinking about this earlier.
Go ahead.
People don't know how to be whole people. I think a lot of people don't know how to be a whole person without someone else. And hearing her say that makes me feel like she was probably more codependent on the relationship than she realized. It's not that she was been in therapy. Because after a divorce, you should be spending time with self, girl. The dating pool is trash. but you shouldn't be like
I
searching
think she's
for
doing.
happiness there. You need to be learning how to be a full person, especially given that y'all that was your first and y'all got together when y'all were younger, maybe not married, but you were inexperienced in life. You haven't figured out how to be Tia, Maury, or whatever the fuck just on your own. And so
30, come on now. I think you cutting her too much bail. At 30, they got married.
Nah,
But if that's her
You should have
first,
known like who
but
she
I don't
was.
think
No.
you know. But as a woman, your first can really fuck with you, Dub. And if you still with them at 30, like my first, I ain't talked to that nigga after I was 22. You still with this nigga in your 30s and almost 40, the same nigga that you lost your virginity to? You completely lost, girl. You have to go on a self journey and find yourself as a woman, because your first always gonna have a chokehold on you, and he probably ain't gonna the person for you.
See, y'all
So
giving too much weight to that. Like niggas give too much weight to head.
no. I think for her, she's in a very unique position because she truly hasn't been by herself. Because she is an identical twin. She starred in a huge major series with her sister,
Okay,
and they are attached at the
that's a
hip. So
different
she never
caveat.
had,
Yep, you're right.
she never had an actual individual moment time frame in life to be like, hey, you know what? Let me create some space between my identical twin. She just went from her twin to her husband.
So that
She
nigga
ain't
that
never had no.
and then her and Tamara aren't close, right?
Okay, so clarity on that apparently. So when she said that in the TV thing episode, she was referring to, because I had to do like a deep dive and be like, this lady, because she's not my favorite twin. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Tia or Tamara?
Tia.
You like Tamara?
Which one look like that?
Tamara is MAGA.
Oh, that's that one.
Listen.
Go
Well,
ahead.
none of them. But to say this, to say like, okay, to get back on topic, Tia was basically saying they're not as close as she would like them to be because they're moms, they're adults now. It's like she didn't give no background when she said that. She made it seem like there was like some wedge between them or some like sibling beef strife going
Tamara
on.
married to a white man, isn't
Well, I was gonna say they are fundamentally different people. And as a twin, I'm not an identical twin, but I feel like people actually were more shocked by this than I was, because I think people just assume that when you're a twin, like y'all close and y'all gonna be close forever. But twins be completely different people. Like going in the same womb don't mean, and then you grow, you have different life experiences. I don't talk to my brother, and we used to be super close. So when I read this, I was like, I feel like people don't understand, because they either don't have a twin, or they one of them people that feel like you got to talk to your family regardless of what happened. Well, I'm gonna be cool with my siblings no matter what, and we ain't never been them type of people. Like, P don't talk to her own brother, so that I didn't find that as odd and they seem like fundamentally different people. So
correct. So
why would
okay, well, that makes sense.
Josh sent you on P the whole episode.
I know, I really have. I'm telling all P business.
Wow.
Anyway.
Hey man, you see how she do me.
I see it, bro. You just take it. You just be like, all right. I get off, Mike.
He said, I'm gonna go ahead and head out on this one.
I'm gonna do the Homer meme where he back in the bushes.
Go ahead and take those shots, but shoot, with that, let's go ahead and end on shot o'clock.
For sure.
Wait. I'm sorry. Before we get to that, who the hell is Drake Kelly?
That's R. Kelly, old ditzy ass
ex-wife. That's why I skipped right over that.
I know that.
Allegedly,
I ain't gonna lie, I just found that out this year, though.
What?
Why
Her
she
and
still got that man
Snoop Dogg.
last name? Get your old last name back.
Correct.
Oh, there was a whole thing about her not changing her name
I
as
did
well.
not know that. So I seen the little video of her. I guess they did a song. She got engaged to what's her name from Love and Hip Hop. That Love and Hip Hop tree is
From the
nasty.
Creek Squad.
That Love and Hip Hop tree is nasty. Yeah, Cisco, Creep Squad, him and Rich Dollars, and it was one other nigga. I think.
When I saw that, I was like,
I'm sorry, what?
girl, did they get married or they
Cisco, he used to be on Love and Hip Hop. I don't know if he still is, but they had a thing. Oh, it was him, Rich Dollars, and Peter Guns. That's who it
Peter
was.
Guns?
Yep.
The Creep Squad. And she was on, they got engaged. Talking about they've been together 11 years.
That's a nasty
Yes.
tree.
Oh,
That tree is disgusting.
like, huh?
I'm cracking up, yo. So she writing a tell-all with who? Oh, about Kels.
I have to read it.
No, her daughter. It's the daughter.
She writing a tell-all about her daughter.
No, the daughter is writing a tell-all about the daddy. R. Kells.
Is she estranged with? Is Drea Kelly the mama?
And like,
Yes.
what the fuck is going on right now? Like, what?
I might have to check that out. I need to see what's in there. I read. Y'all remember that book, Superhead? What was the name of that? I read that.
I was
How
too
was that?
young. I didn't read that shit. That came out when we was in high school, I think.
I think I was in. I think I was like sophomore year in college or junior year, because I remember I lived in this townhouse off Cascade, and I was reading that shit. But I don't think I read it when it came out though. I think it was a little couple years after. But child, she was giving a teacher. I enjoyed it. It was, if you like gossip, it was a nice little gossip book.
No, I'm a nigga. I don't read no fucking gossip.
No, you don't want to.
Well, they got to be in my face for me to pay attention. I ain't gonna go searching for gossip. P Money, I should have let you close. This is crazy. I'm mad I brought up Drake Kelly. I was curious.
Nah, man, I don't touch none of that.
No, that was R. Kelly's wife.
I just found that out this year, but I wasn't gonna say nothing.
When I seen that little video, I
What
was
y'all
like,
binge? Oh, you
when I
didn't watch
seen
the
that
thing,
little
you
video, I
watched the
was like,
documentary.
ugh.
You know I ain't watched that.
That little video.
Sorry,
I
go
was
ahead, Pete. Go ahead, Pete.
like,
No.
it made me feel 8. I was like, nasty.
Gross.
Yeah. I was like, anyway.
So shot o'clock.
At o'clock.
Real for you. Go ahead,
I
go ahead.
want us. I have water.
I have
'cause I'm
water.
recovering. But I would like us to say what was our wins for the past week. Okay, wins only, positive things. And I'm gonna go on and start. Y'all know I started out with my rant about the federales, right?
Ooh, I missed it.
You missed it. It's okay.
Yeah.
They confiscated my grinder
Catch it on there.
and my roller. Okay. I had to thug it out like old school, rolling papers by myself. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
That ain't no thing. Ain't no thing.
So my win is, y'all gonna laugh. Y'all gonna clown me for this. My win is I returned Saturday. Now, you know, I'm always forward thinking. So I'm like, my roller gone, and I don't want to be on the struggle bus at home, but all the smoke shops be closing at 9. And I land at 8:30. Y'all, why is a new 24-hour smoke shop down the street?
Hey, that's a win.
Okay. 24 hours is 4 minutes away. They just opened 3 months ago. I said, look at the Lord Jesus Christ, Jerome.
You know, the crazy thing is that that's not a common thing. Like, people like to smoke at all times of the day. Like,
all time.
why wouldn't you have a 24-hour smoke shop?
Why not, Doug? Why? And
Well,
they got.
I can think of a reason why, but I can think of a reason why you should too.
I mean, you probably shouldn't, but I am very grateful for that. And I took my ass right on to the 24-hour spot. and got me a new grinder and a new gadget. So shout out to y'all. I
Hey.
will be there. I'll probably be back there today.
24-hour smoke shot. Let's go.
That's my shot. What y'all got? What you got, Doug?
Oh, what do we?
What was your win from last week?
I don't know. I'm just a day-to-day guy. I don't even know if I got any wins. Oh, well, I did have another successful week of BSing at work. So
Okay,
I think
that's a win.
Lots of video gaming.
Nice.
New games and retro games. So yeah. So
Oh, shout out to Nintendo.
oh, and still getting. Ooh, you seen that?
They what you talking about?
Oh, they bringing out a there's gonna be a new system coming out next year that plays the N64 games, but in 4K.
Yes.
So I have every game like emulated. Sorry, I'm nerding out real quick. I have every game emulated. Like I have every single N64 game, but I can't get it in 4K on my computer.
Oh.
But now it's gonna be in 4K. Let's go.
It's up. And it's a new Mario Party.
We were supposed to have like a nerd section too. Like we might have to bring that back.
We're gonna bring that back.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my win right there. Let me pop this. The Four Roses bourbon. I think it's black owned.
Okay.
Huh?
Oh yeah, that Beyonce whiskey is good too. I meant to say that.
Oh yeah, I was looking for it in the liquor store. I couldn't find it.
I can't afford it. It was $89 a bottle.
I ain't biased, but others let me try it.
It's like called Sir Davis.
Yeah, that's like the damn Uncle Shay cognac.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can't even buy his nowhere.
They by Le Portier. But my brother had it when I went down to Florida for his birthday. He said it was $100.
He had it at the house.
Yeah, it was there.
Damn,
we tore it up, but tore it up before I knew how much it cost. I was like, "Who brought this?" He was like, "Oh, that's mine." I was like, "How much you got it for?" He was like, "It was $100, and it was I think it was like another $100 to ship."
Damn.
I was like, "Damn, because we had killed it already." Cheers.
Cheers. What y'all got? P Money.
Wins. Oh, I grades posted. I took a fast track course, dropped the A.
Let's go.
It at this point sometimes I just feel like I ain't even look. Like, I just got my extra degree not a couple months ago.
Project management or something?
This course, no, it was based on conflicts. Really, how do you manage conflicts resolutions?
Let's go.
I'm big on when the world fall apart, how are we gonna put it back together? So
we're gonna be right at FEMA. Let's go. Working.
Okay. I mean that's probably the only win I got. Like I got a lot going on right now. Life is on me real bad, but that I'm gonna take a shot to that because one thing that doesn't fail is my brain, and I'm very grateful for that because everybody don't got it.
Okay.
Bro, people gotta realize your brain is the strongest thing that you have. Well, for people with a decent brain, because some of us ain't got it. But
so that's my shot.
Why you ain't worried? Why you ain't scared? What you gonna do next? Man, I'm smart. My mind will take me out of anything.
Okay, I feel like you missed my whole rant earlier. That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, she was preaching earlier.
I hate this. I hate that. You can't just come out and I'm intelligent. You can't just because people think you weird. But no, I'm gonna be all right. I promise.
That's what I've been telling people, Dub, ever since I got fired. Niggas been like, what you gonna do?
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, you missed that whole. I got fired October 1st.
Off mic. Let's say like. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but you'll hit a rant. But niggas been like, what you gonna do now? Shit. Figure it
I'm gonna be all right.
out. What?
You know how many degrees I got? Nigga, yeah, you know from where? Nigga, what? I'm gonna be straight.
I'm good.
Yeah, I hear that.
What you got research?
I guess I should have something since I went last, right?
You got something.
You don't have plenty of time to think about a research team. Come on now.
Something positive happened. You walked to
You
the
ain't got
pro.
that light bulb above your head for nothing.
I'll say this. A positive thing for me was just like in my personal life, just a level of acceptance, coming to the realization of, hey, this is how things are right now, and that's okay, and this is how things can be in the future, and that's okay too. So just a level of like acceptance.
That's a win. That's a win.
And I'm taking because apparently ain't nobody else cold. It's hot cocoa this morning, guys. I don't know what y'all on, but hot cocoa.
Here's a question. I'm not sure. Again, audience, I did come in mid-episode. Please go out and vote. Please.
Oh, yeah, that's a great reminder.
Please go out and vote. And that's me begging, and I'm a nigga. I don't beg. Please go out and vote.
Please.
I did go vote the other day. I'm happy I got it out the way because I need these. I really just need these commercials to be off the YouTube TV, and I need people to stop texting me that I don't know, telling me to go vote or register to vote. Please go vote. Like, I don't care who you vote for.
I care who you vote for.
I do not care who they vote for. Just it's just the democratic way to vote. So please go vote because it is a privilege. And this is the greatest country in the world. I would not want to live anywhere else. Well, I might want to live somewhere else.
I'm about to say,
but this is the greatest country in the world as far as privileges and who you can become and what you can become and what you can do and what you can earn. There is no greater country in this world. Please go vote.
Please go vote. I'm going tomorrow.
Please be an intentional voter, an informed voter. Don't just tic-tac-toe Christmas tree that bit. Like, know what you're voting for.
Yeah, if you're gonna tic-tac-toe Christmas tree, you might as well not have gone. You just doing whatever.
I love that. Thank you for that reminder, Dub.
Yeah, with that, make sure y'all vote. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Hey.
Love ya.
Bye.
Please follow us on all social media, Twitter or X, as Musk calls it, at Call Your Cousins. Instagram at Call Your Cousins Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube, please, at Call Your Cousins as well. And we still waiting on emails from y'all at callyourcousinspod@gmail.com. Thank y'all. Have a good one.